Welcome to another edition of BlueWaves Around the World, where we shine the spotlight on players who bring their talent and passion for baseball to surface paradise from across the globe. Today, we're excited to introduce you to our newest Blue Wave import, Max Handron. Born and raised in the United States, Max built his game through the highly competitive college baseball system before making the exciting decision to join us down under. In this segment, we'll get to know Max on and off the diamond, from his journey growing up in America to what drew him to Australia and what he's looking forward to as part of the Blue Wave family. So sit back, enjoy as we welcome Max to Surfers Paradise Baseball Club and officially add him to the Blue Waves Around the World segment family. Episode number 2. Max, how you going?
Don, doing well. How about yourself?
Good, mate. Good, mate. Glad to have you on.
Thanks for having me.
We'll dive straight into it, mate. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and where you're from.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Sonoma, California. It's a small town about an hour north of San Francisco. Um, I'm the youngest of 3. I have an older brother, Liam. He's 26, and an older sister, Emma. She's 28. Yeah, and growing up, me and my brother were very competitive, and we always played sports. And that kind of initiated my passion for the game of baseball.
Yeah, right. So did your brother get into baseball before you did, and that's how you found baseball? And
We signed up about the same time. When we were little, my parents kind of put us in the same sports. That way we were able to kind of train together and play around together.
Yep.
But yeah, it was about 12 years old, 13 years old where I really got into it.
Okay.
And my brother and I actually played on the same team when I was 13 years old, and that was really fun.
Yeah, nice. So baseball's been in the family.
Yeah. Yeah, loosely been in the family.
Yeah.
We were when I was really little, soccer was the main sport
Okay.
for both my brother and I.
Yeah, nice.
And then we sort of, as we got older, tried out different sports. My brother did tennis and soccer, and baseball kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, right. So what was your first thoughts? You've been here a week,
Yeah.
arriving at the club. What did you think?
Oh my God, it was a dream. The people at the club are just incredible. I really enjoy how community-based the club is. From Tony passing it down through his son and grandchildren. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And just the group of guys, everyone's happy to be here, and it just makes for a great time.
Yep, absolutely. You've been putting some time in volunteering down the club with the Aussie Classic that's going on at the moment. That's we really appreciate anybody can lend 5 minutes, half a day to the events that turn up for Service Paradise, because they're such a big deal for the club. So really appreciate you doing that for us. So we'll get into some baseball questions. Let everybody know at home watching what position you're playing for the Blue Wave this season.
Yeah, this season I'll be playing shortstop. And actually, the other day at practice, I messed around in the bullpen, so there may be a chance that I'll hop on the mound occasionally.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
That'd be good to see. A little bit of utility action. It was funny during the preseason game. You came up to bat, and I didn't even recognize, even though we'd spoken earlier. I didn't know what was the number 17 you're wearing. I think it was.
Yep.
And I think it was Benny from France who let me know that you were the import, even though that I've met you prior. Shout out to Benny in France. Always got my back during the live streams. Growing up playing America's pastime, baseball in America. Um,
Yeah.
was you said you played some soccer and stuff? Uh,
Hmm.
which is there any other sports that you actively play now that golf? The Gold Coast have pretty much got a golf course on every street corner in every suburb. So you take up golf at all?
I actually just recently started golf. Right when my college season ended, I
Okay.
went out to the course, but that is something I'm looking forward to doing here in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities, and there's a few golfers in the club as well. But back on
Yeah.
baseball, we'll stick to baseball.
Hmm.
At what point did you start thinking about playing overseas, and how did that come about?
Yeah, it was a very last minute thing, I would say. Um, my college season had finished up in May, and I was looking to play a little bit more locally that summer. And I ended up playing for a local college summer team, which I've played for many seasons. And once that had ended, a buddy of mine had actually reached out about baseball jobs overseas, which makes it very easy to kind of find international teams looking
Mhm.
for import players. And yeah, so it was through his kind of connection to baseball jobs overseas where I got in touch with Jerry, and Jerry had reached out, and his message sounded very intriguing. And after that, we jumped on a phone call, and about an hour later, I was convinced that I wanted to go come out here to Surfers.
Nice. That's awesome. It's great that he can, somebody else from America. He's painting a picture of what it's like, what life's like. He's been here for a few seasons, and that's great
Hmm.
for getting the game, getting people like yourself, playing in Australia. Um,
Hmm.
but when you decided that yes, I'm going to Australia to play baseball, what was your first thought? Like, have you ever been outside of Australia? This is your first time playing internationally.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
where was your
Um,
head at?
my head was I was grateful for another opportunity to kind of play baseball and continue playing, especially going into what would have been our winter back home.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I was very excited. I'd never been overseas to play baseball, and let alone been overseas to live on my own. So a bit nerve wracking at first, but mainly very excited um, to kind of experience something new, and especially being able to kind of carry over baseball, um, which had been something that I've been doing my whole life. Um,
So would this be like an off season generally for you in America?
yeah, yeah. Well, since I'd been playing in university in the States, it's typically year round. So I would be going into a fall season, but now that I'm out of university, it would have definitely been an off
Mm.
season time. Uh, so yeah, I was just very excited to get playing again after I'd had about a month and a half break after summer baseball there.
Mm.
Hmm.
And from what I saw at last Wednesday's training, and
Mm.
the first preseason game that you had out of Beenleigh, you've got a absolutely awesome swing, and you looked, locked in defensively. Out of all the coaches that you've had in college, who
Mm.
inspired and shaped your baseball game the most?
That's a great question. Um, I would say I would have to go with Damon Neidlinger. He was my head coach at Santa Rosa JC.
Okay.
Um, and I say that because he really transformed my level of play
Hmm.
to the next level, and allowed me to succeed at the next level, at the Division 1 level.
Yep.
Um, and I actually had just visited their practice just before I had come out here to Australia, and the culture that they have going on in that program is just next level.
Mm.
The focus, attention to detail,
Yep.
the discipline, the culture that they have going on at Santa Rosa is just
Mm.
elite.
Yep. They're really the high pressure brings out the best in the players, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great environment to kind of face fears and any sort of issues that the game may throw at you and kind of see what you're made of.
Mm. And what are some of your best memories or highlights from your time playing in college?
Oh, that's a good one.
You had that nice video on your Instagram page of that walk
Yeah.
off. That was pretty sweet. But
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some plenty more good wins that you've had. You played quite a few games, obviously, in a season.
yeah.
Um, to what you'll probably get here.
Hmm.
Is there anything that stands out quickly in your mind?
That walk-off home run that was a really special moment. Um, that one does stand out because that was the last college series that I had played and
Mm,
had never hit a walk-off home run like that, so that was
okay.
pretty special.
Mm,
But I mean, overall, there's moments like that throughout my time playing in college. But
mm,
um, I think what I hold um, as most important was the relationships that I developed throughout my playing career.
yeah,
I think it was just a very cool thing to get to know and establish relationships with so many different guys from so many different backgrounds.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah. Like I said, in that preseason game, you had some pretty good shots that almost got to the fence. So
yes.
we got our fingers crossed that you can do some damage at the Beenleigh Hawks on Friday night and Saturday night.
Yep.
That'd be
I'm
pretty
planning.
awesome. Um,
Yeah.
so the Blue Wave have had a string of pretty good imports to grace us with their presence and their
Hmm.
skills. What goals do you have for your season here, both personally and with the team? How high do you set the bar?
Yeah, I personally very high. I think um as far as individual goals, I would like to hit um I always strive very high, but within reason. I think um kind of outperforming the most amount of people that I can.
Yeah,
Um
you want to be the
whether that's
best.
yes,
That
yeah. If
is that like a personal mentality or something that's just been coached into you?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I always keep it in the back of my mind to play well, but there's something that kind of gets lit inside of me when I'm on the field that
Hmm.
sort
Competitive.
of
Yep.
yeah, it's like a game within the game that
Yeah.
just kind of turns on and makes me want to compete and be better than everyone around me.
Yeah. That's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Um, you were saying to me earlier that your family, obviously, your biggest fans.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the longest you're away from home, not just obviously internationally, but you know, college or anything like that? Is this the longest time?
Yeah, I think it will be. I'm not planning on, as of now, I won't be planning on going home for Christmas.
Okay.
And the second or the time the most amount of time I've spent away from home aside from this would be when I first left to college to New York, and that was even cut short due to COVID. So
Mm.
yeah, I think this will be the longest stretch
Mm.
away from home.
And so that sort of leads into another question, purely for my own benefit, as I've always wondered about the live streaming capabilities that I provide
Yeah.
as an input player yourself.
Hmm.
Um, when you're approached about coming to a new club, and you hear that the club can provide these live stream games back to your
Hmm.
family and friends back home,
Hmm.
how much is that a deciding factor on, between one or two clubs that you're going to play for? Is that a draw card to, say,
Yeah,
other imports playing away from home?
absolutely. Um, like you said, my family is extremely supportive, and especially my grandmother. She's, I would say, among the top supporters within my family, and she loves to watch any game that she can. So just yeah, providing that ability to have them engaged and have them in the loop and be able to watch and support. Yeah, I think that's very important.
That's great to hear. I love to hear it.
Mhm.
How important I think every club should be embracing live streaming to entice good players like yourself to come play for them as a draw card. So that's good to hear.
Mhm.
So sort of gonna not ramble on too much, but tell us something
Mhm.
about Max Handron that would surprise us.
Mm. Oh, here's
What?
an easy one. So I actually am bilingual. So I
Okay,
grew up at a dual immersion elementary school, and I was taught Spanish
okay,
um, at 5 years old. So I kind of grew up learning Spanish right alongside English. So yeah, that's usually a fact that not too many people know.
okay. I'll test your Spanish. Can you say my name's Max Handron and you're watching SPBC TV in
Yeah.
Spanish?
Mi nombre es Max Handron y ustedes están um, mirando SPBC TV.
That's it. All right, I think that'll. Thanks for your time, Max. We'll wrap it up there. I don't want to make this too long. That's just a quick introduction for the Surfers family to get to know you a little bit better. Um,
Hmm.
I hope you have a great time playing Blue Wave baseball for Surfers Paradise, and have a fantastic season. And for those watching at home, if you run into Max, say good day. He's the nicest bloke. And he's got all the time in the world for you. So thanks, Max. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you having me on.
Excellent. All right.